this is just this is the coolest card in the set. This is the best one they did. Thanks for checking out our first real video of Keyword Soup. My buddies and I should be getting together and recording and posting these weekly, talking about a variety of topics in the world of Magic the Gathering, the game that we all love. And this first episode is our Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set review, sort of, more or less, kind of. We basically just talked about a handful of the Commander cards, the legendary cards that we liked, a couple other cards here and there as well. We went on a ton of tangents because of my ADHD, so I had to cut a bunch of those out. Maybe I'll release those as like a separate video, because they were kind of just like, you know, Magic the Gathering related, but not TMNT set review related. Mostly talking about art and card frames, the other topics that we like. So yeah, thanks for checking it out. Dark Leo and Shredder are a white and a black 2-mana value, 1/3, legendary creature, mutant, ninja, turtle, human. Dang, that's a mouthful. With sneak for white and a black, same as its original cost. Attacking ninjas you control have death touch. Whenever Dark Leo and Shredder deal combat damage to a player, create a 1/1 black ninja creature token. Then, if you control 5 or more ninjas, that player loses half their life, rounded up. When they deal combat damage to a player, you create the ninja token, and then at that moment, if you have 5, that trigger goes on the stack.
Then the trigger goes on the stack. But until that happens, no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Is it just ninjas, or...?
Then if you control 5 or more ninjas. Doesn't look for turtles, doesn't look for
I was
humans.
just making sure it wasn't just the token.
Yeah, so it's not if you have 5 or more ninja tokens, it's if you have 5 or more ninjas.
So if you already got your ninjas 4 and you swing, and you get that effect.
If they make the 5th ninja, it checks at that moment and says, oh yeah, we have 5, This version's $300. Gross. This version's $18. Give me this, please. $28 for the foil. I would pay for that even, and I'm not even the biggest Turtles fan. I just think this card would be cool. Like if I open this in a collector's pack, I think it'd be cool.
I do need that.
But yeah, Mikey and Don Party Planners. After looking at your deck and just looking at this card some more, I'm like, I don't know why I wasn't more drawn to this. Like blue green, I feel like is an unfair color combo. Green is just unfair, especially casual, and then blue is like. Everyone hates blue, except me, apparently.
And of all people to be playing blue or making a blue deck, me to make something with blue, it has to stand out. Like, something has to stand out for me.
So was it the Ward 2? Was it the you may look at the top card of your library anytime?
It was the casting mutants, ninjas, or turtles.
There you go. You may play lands and cast mutant, ninja, or turtle spells from the top of your library. If you cast a creature spell this way, that creature...
And they get a bonus.
+1/+1. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. I do think this is very reminiscent of Galarb from... We gotta show the cool art, the one I have. I think these are very similar. You're losing out on black, but this is, you may look at the top card anytime. That already rhymes. You may play lands and cast spells with mana value 4 or greater from the top of your library. That's strong. I think it's probably stronger than this because this is very specific. Lands, mutants, ninjas, or turtles.
But if I'm making my deck to be more
thematic,
if it's my Ninja Turtle deck, that's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
You'll probably have 6 or 7 ninjas or turtles. Yeah. You'll probably be good there.
And my favorite card from Avatar, Turtle Duck.
Turtle Duck is a turtle and is a bird. No special rarity. We didn't get a cool art for the Turtle Duck.
No.
We're going to have to get a paintbrush and alter this. I'm going to paint it as a full lily pond.
It's a 1-drop for an 0/4 turtle, but you can pay 3 to make it, give it a base
4 trample.
With trample.
Yeah.
You sneak that in with Donnie and Mike Party Planners. It's already got it's a 1/5.
It's a 1/5 that you can then pay to make 5.
And then it'll be a 5/5 when you hit that buffer.
I just like if you're building your bracket 2 casual turtle deck, it's a 1-drop turtle.
It's fun.
You know what's a better 1-drop for your casual Mikey and Dawn Party Planners? Probably like any mana dork, but if you want 1 mana plays, Turtle Duck's fine.
I have the mana dorks in there as well.
So do you have birds?
No.
If you've got like High Fate Trickster and lets you cast everything as though you have Flash, then you look at the top card, oh, is it a mutant or a ninja or a turtle? I'm just going to flash it in right now. I think playing at flash speed is really important, and it's very easy to do in these colors. So if you're looking for a way to build around these that goes beyond the turtle theme, the Ninja Turtle theme, flash speed is the name of the game, I think.
But because I went so like focused with the turtles, I think I have the 3 Mikeys in the deck. I think I have the uncommon, rare, and mythic are all in there.
Michelangelos. Did I spell that right? No, I did not.
My C, no AF or yeah.
There we go.
So
you have all of these guys?
Everything but Game Master. I took the Game Master out.
Okay. And the overall strategy, so we know they let you play stuff from the top of your deck, but what is the deck actually trying to do? Is it just trying to play all the ninjas and turtles again?
It's a counters deck. So there's everything is like built around a lot of stuff, and then that Baxter, the flyer.
It gives everyone flying.
Flying. So there's another way, Leancon or.
And they make mutagens.
Mutagen token.
Michelangelo, weirdness to 11, 1 and a green, 2 mana value, 1/1. When he enters, create a mutagen token. If 1 or more +1/+1 counters would be put on a creature you control, that many +1 are put on it instead.
And then he acts hard scales.
Yep. I had this in the pre-release.
Yeah.
He was one of the strongest cards in my deck.
It's one of the cards I'm seeing a lot of people talking about.
Michelangelo, Mutant BFF, 2 green, 4 mana value, 4/4. Whenever Michelangelo enters or attacks, create a mutagen token. The rest of it we already talked about. This card's pretty gross too.
Yes.
This one made me so many mutagen tokens.
Basically like can only be blocked by 1 creature.
Can't be blocked by more than 1. So it made it so where all my creatures were basically beating down because they weren't getting tag blocked and like taken out in trades.
Right.
Yeah, I thought these were very good. And then this was the promo in my pre-release.
Yes.
This was the best card in my deck. I opened 3 dud rares, and getting this as the promo kind of made up for that, because this card is really gross, especially in limited.
Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, Michelangelo, it's a technique, so yes, of course.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Who are the kids?
Just fans. They're
just like, you know what? I want to be just like you.
Exactly, yeah.
Drop in anytime, micro dudes. Yeah, this one, the reason why this one's good, so look at the top 8 cards of your library. Probably should read this.
Yes.
Put up to 2 creature cards with total mana value 6 or less from among them onto the battlefield, and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. It was pretty good. It ended up, often it was just like if I could sneak something, sure, I would pay 4 mana and bounce like a 1 or 2 drop. So like paid 5 or 6 mana effectively, divided over turns to get either a big ol' 6 drop or like 2-3 drops. Often hitting like, there was a time where even though it wasn't full value, all that was available to me was a 5 drop. So I didn't get 2 creatures, but it was the 5 drop that returned the creature from my graveyard to my hand. So I returned one of the Michelangelos they'd already dealt with, and then just replayed it.
There's so many cards in the deck I have built for this that are going to be 3 cost or lower, creatures especially. So
you can try to like flood the board.
That card, the Michelangelo's technique is going to help every single time, because I'm going to get 2 creatures almost every time, because
so you get 2-3 drops for full value.
My value is going to be, because like, what's the highest of the Michelangelos is a 4 drop.
4. So you can get a 4. You can even get this too.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that happened one turn where I got these 2, and it was just like I got 4 cards effectively because they gave me the mutagens.
Yes, exactly. There you go. So it can pop off really, really well.
It could, yeah. And then do you have the Donatellos?
Yes. I can't remember. There's one of them I know for sure I took out last minute.
I cannot spell these names.
There's only one N and 2 L's, I believe.
Oh my god, I was like, I know it's a double letter somewhere. Yep. Good thing you know how to spell. Any of these stand out as particularly strong?
I like the Donatello's technique. I'm
always a fan of the draw too.
Mutant mechanic is pretty cool.
Put 3+1/+1 counters on target artifact you control. If it isn't a creature, it becomes a 0/0 robot. Ooh.
Yes.
But that's so hard to read the text box, so we'll go with this one.
Yeah.
Okay, and then... So the 0/0 robot would become a 3/3, activate only as a sorcery. Whenever an artifact you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, if it had counters on it, put those counters on up to one target artifact or creature you control.
So you can...
So they you never lose your value.
Right, you keep just pumping. You can use it to... Oh, it's active only as a sorcery, though.
So you make one of your things a 3/3. If it dies, you put the counters on something else that might not even be a creature. It just has to be an artifact.
Yeah.
Then you activate that, and then it would be a 6/6.
Yes.
That would be pretty cool. And then that kind of value just kind of snowballs. It just kind of keeps getting bigger.
Exactly.
It's like you're kicking the can down the road until it's too big to deal with. Yeah, that could be interesting.
There is, let's see, what's the other one? The Way with the Machines, because I like the flying. Especially with the sneak mechanic, you need some evasive creatures that will have the potential to be unblocked.
Yeah.
And
I feel like sneaking this guy back to your hand, you are losing some of your value because you're going to lose your +1/+1 counters. I feel like if you want things to sneak,
there's more than other than
the turtle duck is probably a good sneaker. That's a good idea, you know, there because it's like they block it and you're like, well, I'll just put 3 mana into it and eat the thing they blocked with. Yeah. Or if they don't block it, you bounce your 1 mana duck that you don't care about.
I can bring it back and then just bounce it back to the field for 1 mana and then do it again later.
Is there any other legendaries you want to talk about, or do you want to talk about just basic cards? We could look at more legendary.
Let's look at the Mikey and Raph again.
Oh yeah, we did talk about them in the original.
We kind of glanced over it and kind of looked at the card.
But we need to this is a good card. So Raph and Mikey Troublemakers, 5 red green or Gruul, 5 Gruul, so 7 total. But in this color combination, that is trivial. I told you before we started recording, or maybe it was on video. I don't think it was. Atali is a 7-drop that's played on turn 2.
Right.
So Raph and Mikey, maybe in casual, you're playing it on like turn 4 or 5 or something. But in CDH, you could play this on turn 2. And in casual, this is still a threat. It's a 7/7 trample and haste, so you immediately can attack with it. You immediately get some value. And when it attacks, or when they attack, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card. Put that card onto the battlefield, tapped and attacking, and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order.
Okay. You're building your board. You got a lot of smaller creatures. Maybe you're using a couple mana dorks on there.
Mm-hmm.
And then what if that first creature is, Craterhoof?
I already knew where you were going, so I started typing it in. I already knew where you were going. But I want to show you I love this one.
Yes, I do.
I think this card frame that they did in Tarkir.
Yes.
We talked about this our group the other day. It's so readable.
It is.
The art's on the top half. The text is white on black, which is actually super readable.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, chef's kiss. I love this one. But yeah, so this is an enters, which with Raph and Mikey, other way. With Raph and Mikey, if it's an attack trigger, it misses it. Because this puts them in attacking, so they've already missed the declared as an attacker to get the attack trigger.
Right.
What this works better with is enters and combat damage. Mm-hmm. This is enters.
Yes.
Creatures you control gain trample and +X/+X until EOT, where X is the number of creatures you control. So, everyone already knows it, but I read it just in case.
So that was when I saw the Raph and Mikey together. This was like number 2.
It was the Monkey C. It's like Monkey C.
Monkey Do?
No, it's the other one. Brain neuron activation. What's that called? Neuron activation meme. Is this one? Neuron activation.
Yep.
Here, Monkey sees action. Neuron activation. Yeah, it's this meme. But you saw this card. I can edit this in. We'll have to do that. So it'll be this. You saw this card. Here. And then it was like Craterhoof Behemoth.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. For me, it was like cards that like do damage and have a good effect, like the one that makes treasure tokens.
Oh.
Ancient. Is it Ancient Copper?
Yeah, Ancient Copper Dragon.
Yes. Yeah, I immediately went to...
That's the other one. That was number 3, actually.
This is where I went. Yeah. Immediately, I was like, oh, gross.
Yeah.
You play it attacking, so they're just like, I wasn't expecting that. You roll a d20 and create a number of treasure tokens equal to the result. This is where my mind went. And then Craterhoof, admittedly, as well.
Yeah.
Are there any other commanders or legendaries that you wanted to try to talk about today, and then we can wrap it there, and then do a part 2 some other time where we talk about other cards?
Yeah, we can do that. Because I definitely want to talk about some of the artifacts that have dropped. And
some of the cards, like, in the 99.
Yes.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
I think as far as commanders go, so we talked about, like, potentially Dark Leo and Shredder. We talked about the Mikey and
Don.
Raph and Mikey. Mikey and Don. We talked about the Neuron Activation meme. We talked about...
Oh, let's do Super Shredder really quick.
Yes, that's
the big boy.
Yes.
Of the set.
Let's real quick.
Under black.
Yeah, Super Shredder. There, let's open him there, and then I'm gonna scroll down real quick. Look and just real quick. Was there any other ones? We talked about this card being pretty good. She's pretty good. They're pretty good. This one's where I'm gonna probably accumulate a bunch of these just to throw in like a thumbnail. Oh, we didn't even talk about Krang Shredder. No. Oh, we already have Mike and Don. Pizza Face goes in like any food deck. Splinter, we didn't talk about him. So yeah, there's a lot of cards. I'll slide the ones we didn't talk about yet. Oh, we do have this already. Okay, so we talked about Mike and Don, Raph and Mikey.
We did a little bit on this one.
This one we talked about, they get the trigger. If they get that trigger, they're pretty strong. They start taking people's life down by half. And then...
Well, that with you have Super Shredder.
I just had a thought. I just said Neuron Activation. If this is your commander, okay? This is your commander, right? If an ability of a ninja creature you control triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. This is a ninja. Then if you control 5 or more ninjas, that player loses half their life rounded up. So, this is a triggered ability. It would happen twice. Let's say they have 40 life. You haven't hit them yet. It triggers. It checks. Oh, they have 40 life. Boom, do 20 damage to them. Triggers again. They had 40 life when I first checked. Boom, 20 damage to them. It doesn't check again. As far as I understand it, it doesn't go at each instance recheck. It's the first when it was thrown on the stack. It's 40. You had 40 life at the time that both triggers are thrown on the stack. So then it says 20 and 20.
And that's 2 ninjas right there alone to hit that.
So you would need Shredder, these 2. They make a third one when they...
Oh, no, it was the Splinter. Is the one that was...
Yeah, Splinter, Dark Leo and Shredder. They make one when they attack and do the combat damage trigger, so that's 3. You just need 2
Super Shredder for that. So
you could try to throw them in.
Or you would need all 3, wouldn't you, to take half their... Oh, no, that's something different. I'm sorry.
You would just need to get to 5. Super Shredder could be in there.
I was thinking something different. I'm sorry. But
this Super Shredder, 2 mana, 1/1 mutant ninja human menace Menace. So it can't be blocked except by 2 or more. And then whenever another permanent leaves the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on Super Shredder. That's actually pretty gross.
That's tokens. That's
if you board wipe, but your stuff's indestructible. If you give him Mithril Coat and he sees everything else get destroyed.
That is if someone takes another player out of your commander pod.
Yeah, so if
permanent leave the battlefield.
When a player loses the game, the state-based actions that happen, all of their permanents are consolidated into the graveyard. All of their cards that are outside of the game are consolidated into exile. Their hand is consolidated back into their library, and they clean up. They do a cleanup. And so that would see everything that was on the battlefield that they had go to their graveyard. It doesn't matter that they're not... It's not like, when you knock a player out of the game and you had stolen a card from them. Well, that card goes away.
No.
That doesn't matter for him.
No, exactly. Yeah. That's why it's a Menace in itself.
Yeah, he's a Menace in himself, yeah.
And that you don't even have to have him out early.
Yeah, no.
You have him in...
You save him until you're ready to
save
use
him
it.
When you're planning to knock someone out.
Since he's 2 mana, people might be deceived into going, oh, I'll play him on Curve, I'll play him on True, and just start building him up.
No.
It's actually probably better to play him in tandem with a big effect that clears the board. So then it becomes like 6 mana, because it's like 4 for Damnation and 2 for Super Shredder. But you have to have some way of making him indestructible, so add that mana on top of that.
Now, granted, if some way you were playing blue, green, black...
So Soul Tie.
If you were playing
Heroic Intervention.
The party planners.
Yeah.
With...
So like you're playing is there a There are no 3-color legends in the set, so you'd have to be playing like Tasigur or Glar,
or you're
one of the Sultai ones,
or use it in the Turtles
character select.
The character select, yeah.
What is the black option?
It's Splinter.
Splinter, and what is
Leonardo would be?
Leo would be the 5 codes to give you the green and blue.
Yes.
Okay.
Leo is Wooberg, and Splinter would be...
So those are from the TMNC or TMC.
TMC, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna scroll all the way up. Okay. Yeah, so then these are we didn't really talk about these at all yet. These are from the Commander deck specifically. And the recommendation is you partner Leo with whoever, because then you get all the colors.
And you get the Wooberg instead of playing just Heroes
like,
in a Half Shell.
Right.
Or you're trying to... At least you can get Leo on turn 2, possibly.
If you're playing...
Or what was it? What is
Splinter? Splinter's 2, Leonardo's a 4.
Oh, 4, sorry.
So then, like, let's say you're trying to play your 3-color, you're going to need this commander, first. And then you're just not really playing the red and white, you're just really trying to play black, blue, and green, right. So then you can play your heroic interventions and stuff like that.
You can splash the other colors for support, but not necessarily focus, but...
Yeah, I honestly was thinking about him and Orzhov, a black-white, like go back to Dark Leo and Shredder. Maybe he's just in there as an additional threat. Because white and black have a lot of like sacrifice themes. So you're checking your stuff that's dying. Maybe throw down a Grave Pact, you sacrifice a creature, 3 other players sacrifice a creature. That's 4 things that just left. Yeah, I think he could be a real threat. So Splinter, we barely talked about this, but yeah, he's Panharmonicon for ninjas. I just think that could be good to build around. Especially in this colors, because he's white-black here, but the blue activation makes him Esper colored, and a lot of the good ninjas are blue if you're playing outside of just TMNT. And then these guys, which are this one? I think this one.
Yeah, we can do that.
We didn't talk about Krang and Shredder yet. They're admittedly in slower colors than Raph and Mikey, so at 6-drop in blue and black, it is a little tougher, unless you're playing a lot of your mana rocks. Maybe some dark rituals to try to get you to 6. But when Krang and Shredder enter or attack, each opponent exiles cards from the top of their library until they exile a non-land card. And then, so like, multiplayer, you got 3 opponents. It might take them a little while. They're going to mill a few cards each, possibly. Then, at the end of your end step, if a permanent left the battlefield under your control's turn, you may cast a card exiled with Krang and Shredder without paying its mana cost.
So you just sacrifice a mutant engine to use...
Sacrifice anything... for any reason, and steal whatever you want from your opponents. And this is an enter or tax trigger. It's the Titan trigger, you know? And I didn't do it yet. I might as well say it. But they're a 6 mana, 6/7. I hear it enough.
I'm shamed.
I think they could be good. They might be a little bit slow, but I think they could be good. A very interesting theft commander. Reminiscent of one of my very first commanders, who I think cost the same amount. Yeah, he is a 6-drop as well. And he was the reason why I liked him. Did they have any cool arts for him ever? Ooh, I never saw this one.
No.
Secret Lair?
Oh, wait. Yes, I did see that.
That's cool.
When I was looking to get this card.
Okay.
I was interested because of that.
Reminds me of this.
Kraken looking.
Yeah. So this is a 5/8, not a 6/7. They were off. They just didn't know. They weren't looking forward.
To the future.
Island Walk, Swamp Walk hits most players in most pods these days. Whenever Rexiel, the Risen Deep, deals combat damage to a player, you may cast target instant or sorcery card from that player's graveyard without paying its mana cost. If this spell would be put in a graveyard this turn, exile instead. I often was just like picking removal spells or card draw spells. Often also playing mill spells.
Or, I need something in the bottom of my deck. Thank you for that tutor.
Yes, exactly, yeah. I was playing the World Wake version. This is the one that's the one I had. I thought he was cool because I was like, oh yeah, that's a ship. He's huge. I thought he was cool. Now, after looking at this so many times, I like this more than the original version. We've seen it too many times. I actually like this one more.
Yeah, so the Bebop and Roxy, like all the cartoony arts of this, especially because you can tell it's a red-green card. Right away.
You look at it, you know what it is.
You know it'll be black-blue. You know it's green-blue. Right? That's what I did enjoy. You know that's...
The white's the only one I feel like is the hardest to see because it looks gray. It reads as gray.
To me, it reads it's white and purple, but we don't have...
Oh, yeah. I didn't even look at the... I'm so used to black cards being purple because have you seen, like, in Innistrad,
Yeah.
Midnight Hunt, and Crimson Vow. Let me just look up a card I know I have instead of just trying to pull up the set.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So, like, these, I'm used to black cards are sometimes purple in this game.
Yes.
And honestly, because purple is one of my favorite colors, my deck box is purple, I don't mind it. To me, this still reads like, okay, yeah, that's a black card.
And for new players aspect, they'll be like, oh, I don't have purple mana.
I don't have gray and purple cards.
Yeah.
Oh, it's white and black.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, yeah. But then, like, some of these other ones, I love the art, but then, like, there's so little card frame here.
This is a different art style, though, too. This is for the
stain
scene.
Yeah. The problem I have with some of these is, like, then it starts to become too much. Like, they made the art blue in a lot of places and purple in a lot of places, I think, to make you read this. You look at this and you go, okay, it's a blue-black card.
Yeah.
Because, like, look how little card frame there is. Sometimes it does become a little tough. Then here, you just gotta look in the top right. You just gotta look there. There's really nothing with these, although this is sick as hell. This is really cool. My favorite art in the set, probably. We could do one last thing. What is your favorite card in the set?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Maybe we can leave it. What's your favorite legendary card in the set? And then next week, or whenever later this week, we record like part 2 and we talk about just individual in the 99 cards.
I'd have to say, well, it would be the Don and Mikey Party Planner, just because
Since you built it.
I've built it.
I love this card. I do think it's cool.
The Leonardo Sewer Samurai, yeah. There's a lot of just the artifact, like just the art of the Arcane Signet, because it's the Turtle Calm. But that's another stuff we can talk about another time.
For sure. For sure.
I can't say what.
Oh man, we didn't get to page 2. Oh man.
The Slash. There's Slash.
Okay, so we did see some of these already because of the sorting.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, the Shark Shredder.
The Ooze, I would say, would be the best legendary artifact.
Yeah, especially if we're putting something in the 99. This is a good card for in the 99.
Yes.
Wingnut. I've never seen. And whenever another creature you control enters Wingnut, gains choice of flying menace or haste when attacked. Oh, okay.
So first turn, give it haste, so you can
attack right away. Right? Yeah.
Another turn, just give it flying.
You play it and a 1-drop, and then you get in there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of legendaries. We could probably do a part 2 just to talking about legendaries. Maybe we forgot some, so we'll just have to talk about them anyway. But I think that's a good spot to wrap. I'm going to have to like do a bunch of editing, cutting around. We're going to have a couple videos out of this probably. Thanks for watching.